We first won a state championship in 1999. Then we won in 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015.
Have a tie for second place. All right, Division 5A, a tie for second place. Please make some noise for these two teams, Sylvan Hills High School and Lakeside.
I always tell them good things don't come easily. Do I think we were, I don't like the word cheated, but yes, I do think it was a very bad call.
Everyone always talks about how we won 17 times.
It's just this thing that gets talked about so many times.
That's what was hardest on everyone, is that we felt like we let the legacy down.
It's just kind of like pressure to have to win state every year.
There's definitely a lot of pressure.
You would be lying if you didn't say there was.
Looking back, I have a different perspective on it. It's all about not just letting yourself down, letting the coach down, letting your team down, like a normal team would feel, but you also feel this pressure of letting 100+ girls down that were on the team before you.
It's scary to go out there and, all these alumni come back to watch you, and you're watching them. But they can't do anything. They've already done their part. They've won. You have to go out there and prove to the school and the city pretty much that you can do it too,
All these people you don't even know, you feel an obligation to them to win just because they won.
I was a cheerleader in 1997 to 1999 for my junior and senior year.
I was a cheerleader my sophomore, junior, and senior year for the high school team, which was from 2011 to 2014 when I graduated.
I cheered all 3 years I was in high school, 2000, I think it was 14, 15, and 16. We won state my sophomore, junior, and senior year.
We won all 3 years that I was on the team.
So my junior year, we decided that we would become a competitive squad and start going to competitions. And that we had never done that before. So we went to regionals and we won first place. And we were set to go to state and we were going to win. But we didn't. We had some stunts fall. It was terrible. We were in last place, 8 out of 8. It was bad. So then my senior year, we competed again, decided to go to competition, and that's when we won state. We didn't know we were starting a legacy when we won. We had just gone back from losing. We wanted to redeem ourselves, really, because we were last place, so we wanted to get that win.
NCAA decided that they would try to help the teams out by the night before state having a run-through.
It's where you go and all the technical judges that will be judging at the state competition watch all of our stuff, like do our whole routine, make sure everything is good before we perform on state to make sure that nothing is illegal or anything.
And they would bring in routine judges and technical judges to look at the routine and give critiques and maybe talk about any possible legality problems in the routine. So Friday night, the night before state last year, we went down to the arena. We ran our routine, and
a technical judge that was judging for us told us that everything would be fine. There was nothing illegal about any of our stunts.
I specifically asked one of the technical judges to look at one of our dismounts called the waterfall.
And it's like where our flyers are up in a scale position and they go forward and flip over their bases and we catch them.
The flyer has to fall exactly like level with the ground, and then she can flip over. But if you fall and you're tilted with your head a little bit more towards the ground, it's illegal.
So after we ran our routine, he said, let's go back to the practice mats and let me just tell you something.
They said that our heads were too close to the ground.
He looked at each one of our groups doing it, and he told us it wasn't a problem, just to make sure that you try to bump it down to below shoulder level before you start the dismount, because it's a head first dismount. And so I said, okay. So he watched each group do it again. He said, I think you're fine. And I said, well, you know, I don't want to take any risk. I said, I think I'll just change it. And he said more than once, I don't think that's necessary. I think y'all are fine. And the last thing he said to me is, he said, listen, do not stress over this. You're fine, it's technically fine, and everything's good. And I said, okay.
And they reassured us a million times that we did not have to change what we did in the routine.
I don't know, I've been coaching a long time. My gut instinct told me to change it, but I also knew that changing something that you've been doing for 6 months, the night before the biggest competition you do, was risky also.
And then the next day we go out and we perform, and he decides to tell us that our stunt sequence is illegal, so we got a 10-point deduction off of our total and final score.
When they called second place for a tie for us in Sylvan Hills, we were just like, why would we tie with them? Because there was like no competition, because we were so good.
It's just not fair.
It's kind of like this year we have to show or like prove ourselves that we're still the same team that can win state every year.
Everyone should get ready this year, the teams, the judges, anyone who's going to be there, because we're going to bring it this year.
Those 10 points aren't going to matter. We're coming back and we're ready. We're going to win.
If I know anything about Miss Morton, they have a really good shot at it.
I talk about you being psychologically ready. The only way you're going to do that is if you keep hitting the routine. You have got to get it out of your mind that this is practice. This is not practice, this is state. You can't do it in practice, you can't do it Saturday.